Welcome everybody back to another story time. I'm TT. That's what I call myself nowadays. It used to be Tyson Tyke, you already know that, but now it's TT. Welcome back to the club. Welcome to another episode of Story Time. Today's story time, I'm going to be telling you about y'all someone really special to me. And I actually just met him, so it's pretty cool. Or her. Or it. I like to introduce Rocky, who's not here with me today. Rocky is a pretty cool person, or actually it's not a person, he's a rock. Yeah. I met him, well, actually that's what the story's about, is how I met Rocky. So, let's just dive in. So, I met Rocky on a hiking trail. And not just any hiking trail, a hiking trail. It was a really sunny day, and I was going with my family, and it was another homeschool trip, yay! This is about last week, actually. So, I'm hiking up the trail, and it goes up, it's a mountain trail. It goes way up the super high mountain that overlooks, like, lakes and trees and the sun, the blazing sun. Oh, I love the sun. So hot and hot and hot. Oh, the sunburns I'd get. Just kidding. I don't get sunburned. At least I have yet to figure out. I'm not, like, the max I've been in the sun was like an hour. So, I don't know. So, we're hiking up this hill. It's getting really hot. It was just about afternoon when we reached this part of the trail where you could start, like, we reached the part of the trail where if you tripped and fell off the edge, you're not coming back. Like, we were above the trees. It was getting scary. A lot of the little ones actually stayed behind with a babysitter because it was that scary. Kind of like Mount Everest, but it's smaller, and it's in Oklahoma, so it's hotter, way hotter. Like, melt the snow and then melt your face hotter. And so we're climbing the mountain, and decided to keep going. And we reached a part of the trail where it's that high up, and we reached this really thin part, okay? This really thin section of the trail. It's only about so wide. It's not actually like this wide. It's about, you can fit about 2 people side by side going down it, if you're careful. It's actually more about 1.5 now I think about it. So we all start going one at a time. I'm at the back of the line because my job as oldest is to make sure everybody is moving, all right? Everybody's moving. If someone leaves, I'm going to be the older brother and not tell anybody about it, and they'll go. It depends on if I like the sibling or not, okay? Okay, don't judge me. So I'm over to the back of the line, and we're pretty high up, so it's getting kind of nervous-wracking. So, keep moving, and all of a sudden, actually this wasn't all of a sudden, I guess it was all of a sudden, but we're walking, and I'm marching in time. Before that section, I had been really complaining, because I hated this trip and I didn't want to go. My mom's like, shut up, kid, or I'm gonna buckle you up, or throw you down the mountain, or both. And so I'm like, okay. And so we keep going, and I'm like, you know what, look at the positive. Nothing could really go wrong here. We just gotta act good, do great, and keep going, and I tripped. Right there, okay? Right there, I tripped. I was just like, alright, look at the positive. And I am at the back of the line, okay? So we were like dominoes. Blah, 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 blah. And this isn't a guardrail fence. This is a natural trail because you got to be able to look at the natural elements as you fall down a 1,500-foot mountain made of dirt and rocks and very painful trees. How do I know they're very painful? I fell, all right? I didn't just trip. I rolled because you know what they say, when you fall, you tuck and roll, right? Well, I rolled right off the mountain. As I'm falling, I'm reaching out, trying to grab whatever I can, okay? And I wasn't the only one that fell, but I was the only one that kept falling because somebody grabbed that person, okay? So it's like, got ya! And I'm just like, Alright, I just kept falling. So, I'm falling, I'm trying to grab whatever I can, and I grab this rock that's about the size of my palm. I'll let you guys meet him. This is Rocky, indeed. I grabbed Rocky, and the reason why I'm still friends with him now is because, not because he saved my life, but because he pretty much ruined it, because I grabbed it, and I threw it, and the weight kept me going. I didn't throw it, I was like that, grabbed it, and then he launched me into my next roll, which actually was like a 5-foot drop to the next tumble thing. but I jumped it and landed on the next part and kept rolling. I made it all the way down the hill. The 1,500 feet was an exaggeration. It was like 1,000,000 feet. It was amazingly high. At least to me it was. I still had, like, pain. It was painful. And that's pretty much the story of how I met Rocky. I'll let you guys meet him. He's amazing. He's not really funny. His jokes are like olive stones. He's pretty talented. He's really good at art. He says that actually, that's what he's told me. We've talked a couple of times. It's really cool. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. Thank you all for enjoying the story time. That's how I met him. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. So, yeah. See you guys next time.